Hello guys, my name is Mohan Pandey. Today I'll discuss about the DHCP lab, right? And I'll cover these points. First, I'll show you how to just install the DHCP rules, and I will just also authorize it, show how to authorize it, and I'll also create the IP pool and configure it, and I'll also create the policy and show you how to use the policy at the client PC. And I'll also show you what is the use of policy, filter policy, allow, deny, how you can just deny the PCs and allow the PCs. If you deny the PC in the network, right, in DHCP server, then that PC will not get the IP from the DHCP server. Yeah, you can say I think DHCP server will not give the IP from IP pool, right? So this is a simple, very simple, installations, configurations, everything. So just come to the lab section. This one, I've installed the right Windows Server here, right? You can install any Windows Server operating system, 2016, 19, 12, whatever you have, you can install that. And is that mandatory? You have to put the static IP, right? Manual IP to the server where you will install the DHCP services. So here I have configured the manual IP, right? DHCP is enabled no. I've only put the IP and subnet mask here, right? So I've just configured the static IP. It's that mandatory. You have to just configure the static IP at the DHCP server, right? So I just open the server manager and I'll click the add and role features. I'll click next. Then you need to click the role based or feature based installations. Then here you can check that what is the host name and IP and all. Just click next. Yeah, and here they are the DHCP server, right? You have to just click over that and add features. That's selected. Click next, again next, next, and you can just check over that. It will restart to make the change apply, right? Yes, and then click the install button. So within the minute, it will install the DHCP, services on this PC, right? DHCP, is mandatory for all the clients where are having the, lot of users, yeah, client, right? So if they are the small company where they are the 10, 20 numbers of users are working, where you can easily go there and put the manual IP, right? Properties, TCP/IP properties, and can put the manual IP. But for that locations, yeah, for big organizations where thousands of people are working over there, then you cannot, it's not possible to you configure the manual IP over that. So DHCP server will help you to just mm, configure the IP automatically over that. Yeah, and by default, DHCP server provide the IP for limited time of period, that is called the leash. For 8 days you can just increase up that leash, and after expiring the leash, before expiring the leash, client again just to go to the DHCP server and ask for the leash in command and all. So as per the leash cycle, DHCP server again just extend the leash, right? You can just exclude also. You can just create the pool also, IP pool also, and in the within the IP pool you can also exclude the IP if you want to exclude that this from this to this IP should not allow to any clients as a DHCP. So you can just exclude over that, right? So here installation succeed. You can just click the DHCP configuration here, right? Next. and this is the domain. It will verify, right? Commit, and it's done. Please restore a DHCP server service on the target computer for group blah blah. And yeah, authorizations we need to check. So click and oh. So for the configuration, make change apply. We need to restart the server also. After that, everything would get here. So here I've just installed the VMware workstations and created the VM over there. It is getting started. In the previous video, I've already just explained the DORA process and what the DCP is that and how it works, everything. And I'll also make the one more video for the WDS, Windows Deployment Services. My next video would be the regarding the WDS. It's applying the computer setting. Yeah, it's almost done. So again, I'm going to take the remote of that PC. This one, yes, yeah, yes. Open. You can go to the tools also and open the DHCP. Yeah, you can go to the administrative setting, administrative, and then over there you can just open the DHCP. Yeah, this is the DHCP server, right? This is installed here, and here is the yeah, it is already authorized, right? And here that you have created the test pool. So what I'll do, I'll just delete it, right? Yes, right. And here I'll create the new scope. Just I'm again showing you. Right click on the IP setting, create the new scope. Click next, and we can give the scope name that we for you can give the anything DSCP pool DHCP pool pool 192.168.0.1 network, right? This is for test, right? And here you can assign the IP, start IP and end IP, right? So I've just decided over that that is the 192 network 192.168.1, and here I can decide here the scope. So I want to just give the IP from pool 100 to 200, you can say 92.168.1.200, right? You can put anything, whatever IP you want to distribute from the pool, IP pool. You know that in the networking can say that if they are the 24 network, then you will get the 255 IP, right? Over that, where last 255 would be the broadcast IP, right? And rest 254 IP you will get, and you can just assign it to the client PCs. So here from out of 254, I have only just chosen the 100 number of IPs 10 to 200, where client will get the automatic from, because we have the small office, you can say. As per the IP pool, if you put the 22 20 22 subnet, yeah, 18 subnet, whatever subnet you will decide here, according to that you can just configure it, right? That would be the subnet mask. If I click next, and here the exclusions I've already told you. If you want to exclude the IP, supposedly 192.168.1.100 is there, so I want to 1012 101, you can say, yeah, 101 and 192.168.1.105, from 1 to 5, 101 to 105, right? Want to exclude from the DHCP pool. I'll add here that would be excluded. So client will not get the IP between 101 to 105, right? That is the subnet delay in the millisecond. I can how much time it will get to just retrieve the IP. That is the time. So excluded here, and I click next. That is the lease time, right? You can just increase that. It is lease here. So as per your requirement, you can increase over here. I'll put it here 10 days. Yeah, you can just decrease the time also, right? The, the 8 days, I think your client will have the same IP, whatever DHCP server will assign you. I'll click next. Yeah. Do you want to configure the DHCP options for the scope? No. That is the scope. This is WNS. Click next. Right. Here the router. Right. But I'll not add the router here. I'll show you in the later point where I can configure the router details and get to everything, DNS, everything I'll show you. Right. You can also just configure it here. It will help to run the internet, but I'll show you in the other option also. Click next and the finish. Right. Here IP pool is created here, and I need to just, after just creating the IP pool, I need to just activate it. So right click and just activate. Yeah, it is activated. So in the server options, sorry, there are the IP pool, address pool here, right? You can just check that 1.100 200, that is the IP range, yeah, address pool. And out of that, there are the 101 to 105, that is excluded from the distribution. It will not distribute this address. Here is the address lease. Whatever the client will get the IP, you will able to see here, right? From here, you can just block and everything. You can manage that, right? That is the reservations, right? Where you can just fix the client to get only the particular IP. You can just work on that. That is the scope options here. Configure the scope options, right? Right click and the scope. Here the router options, right? Earlier I was saying I'll give the other one. That is the router. Here you need to put the gateway IP 192.168.1.1. You need to put here the router gateway IP, right? It will help to run the internet. All the traffic will flow through the this gateway. And there the DNS server. You can also assign the DNS server also. In my case, I'll put the 192.168.1.50. Suppose that is the DNS, right? Is finding the DNS. In my case, I've configured the DNS on the same server. Yeah, it's saying it's not resolving here. I know that because this is on at 5 PC. It will resolve it. Yeah, it's resolved. And again, 5 IP, we can give the alternate DNS also. I'm just putting for the example 8.8.8.8. So client will automatically just get this IP. I'm not using the internet, so it will also not resolve the IP, but don't worry, just assign it. As soon as you connect the internet, then it will get resolved. Yeah, add, right? And I click apply and click OK here, right? This is the Done here. This is the policy, and yeah, policy also will just next part. If you know back a few minutes later, I'll just show you the policy also. And this is the lease address lease. So I'll show you here. That is the I'll power on the client PC where it will get the automatic IP, and that detail will show here in the address lease. Right. Do not let this PC on. It's getting on. Right. Yeah, it's on. Right. I've just created the name. I'll log in here. Right. Here are a lot of options in the feature here. That is the filter policy, right? Allow and deny. If you put the deny list, then DHCP server will not assign the IP to that particular, clients who are, present in the deny list, right? And let us check. Yeah, it's on. So I'll check what IP is getting. Go to there. What is it? Yes, change adapter options. Yes, yeah. Yeah. I right click here and go to the status and check the details. Yeah, it already assigned, right? IP is 100, right? And you can see the DHCP server because I've installed at that PC 1.5, and I've already just put the DNS server 1.5 and assigned the DNS secondary DNS 8.8.8. That automatically just populated here, right? This is the thing, and I've just excluded 101.105. That IP will not get here, right? So you can, if you want, I can just fix that. I think on as per this MAC address, yeah, against this MAC address, only particular IP will get here. Supposedly, I want to just fix that. I'll create the policy uh, against this MAC. I think that client only gets the 120 IP. So automatically it will get the 100 IP, 120 IP only, right? It will not assign anyone. So first just write down the MAC and we'll configure notepad. So I'm just writing down the MAC 000C29 0C3832, right? This MAC I have just type here. I'm just copying. I don't know it work. paste will work or not. We'll go to the this here, right? I'll go to the policies, right? I'll create the policy here. I'll create new policy. This is a fixed IP, right? Click here, and or you can say click the operator. I'll use the MAC address, right? Equal. I'll put the value. This one, it's not getting. Okay. Then again, I need to. What is that? Copy paste will not work here. So 000C290. I'll put 000C290. Right, 000C290 C3 C3832 C3832. Yeah, this is done. Right. Yeah, I'll add here. Right. Click OK. This is the MAC address. I'll create the policy. The MAC address, which would be the equal, then that will get the here. You can fix the anywhere. If you want to change the router, I'll put it here. So I'll say ki, for that particular, against that MAC address, a client will get the. I'll forward the traffic also. You can just do that. 192.168. Yeah, I'll put it here. 10 dot 176.50.1. I can say. I think it will work or not. Yeah, I think router. I think it will go to that. Gateway. And for that I can change the name server also. You can change the DNS also. You can put the DNS. For DNS it should be 192.168.50.50. Again it will try to resolve the name. This is about testing basis, so just ignore that. I'll just showing you whatever the exact DNS server is there. You can just put it here against that particular you know client. A lot of things are here. You can just one by one, you can check empty options, path empty, nodable, everything. You can just put it here. I'll next and finish, right? Policy I've just created here, right? So what DHCP will search the MAC address, and according to the MAC address it will assign the fix gateway and DNS, right? You can just check, go and check there. This is the client PC, right? Here. Now, if you check here, they are the same. 1.15 is there, right? DNS server is 1.5 and gateway is 1.1. What I'll do, I'll disable the network, because again it will send the request and ask the you know proprietary tool. It is asking the credentials. Get disabled, and I'm going to enable it. Right. Yeah. Let's enabling and identify the IP. Again, I need to check. Yeah, here you can say, right? DHCP is enabled and get the IP, and this is the DHCP server, same. And you can just check that I've just configured the default gateway. Okay, against this, MAC address, there should be the default gateway. This default gateway already automatically assigned and DNS server, right? So you can decide if you have the multiple routers in your network, right? Multiple DNS server. If you want to decide that, yeah, this particular devices will only get that particular gateway and server, DNS server, then you can just decide over the and configure over the DHCP server, right? This is the thing, this is the policy, right? You can just create and you can go there and check lot of policies are there. DNS server name, empty options, and gateway, everything you can just put over there. This is for the example for you, right? This is the policy, right? And this is the allow and deny options. And you can in the leash you can just check that. Just refresh here, you can see that, yeah, this is the IP it's getting, right? The other reservation also same thing, reservation. Click the new reservation, right? Username for the test, you can just put it as per your name. The IP, I want to put the 120 IP, right? Same here, MAC address. So what I'll do, I do have the MAC address. I'll copy and paste here. This one, properties, configurations, edit. Copy. No, 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 no. No. One C2 3290 C3832, right? 000C3290 C3832, right? I copy that MAC and go here for the reservation, new reservation. I can say demo IP. I'll put 20, and against that MAC address descriptions. This is for account PC. You can say, you can fix it, right? The prototype both, and click add, right? Close here, right? You can see the 20 now. So I think that client should get the 120 IP, right? So I'll go here and say the 100, right? So again, it will take time. Again, you can just do the same activity. Diagnose. You can click the diagnose. It will again go to the DHCP server, and you can just unplug the cable and replug it. Then again, it will go to the DHCP server and request for the IP. Yeah, automatically. If one time it will request the IP, and again it will retrieve the IP from the pool, list pool. Resolving again, reset, will disable, yeah, identify. Yeah, I think now it should get the 120 IP only because I have just picked it against this MAC address. That client will only get 120 IP. You can just cancel it here. I want to just only identify here. Go check status. Yeah, here you can say they're the 120, right? So because I've just fixed that, now So this is the reservation part. So this type of you can just resolve the multiple clients, hosts, everything, right, from here. And one more thing, they are the leads here. This is the demo. This is one. This to automatically just remove here. So what I'll do, I'll show you the allow and disallow. Supposedly I want to. This is the someone just come to your network and office and directly just plug the cable in all and just find out a lot of you know DSCP clients are showing here, right? But you are not aware about that. So what you can do, you can just block it, right? You can just right click and just add the filter to deny filter, right? Yeah, you can just delete the resolution also because for this reserved IP, it's not giving the that list to the allow and deny list. So just reserved it. It will work on the DSCP. So I just put it the deny list right here. So I think when you go to the that client here, this is the client. I'll also delete that also. List 120 is there. Just deny it here and delete it. Go and deny list already assigned. Good. This one list. And now when you go to the this here, that client will not get the IP. It will only show identify here. This is the earlier one, and I'll go to the disable it and DC admin. It's enable. It's identifying, but I'm sure it will not get the IP. So how is it possible? Something is there. No, it should not be like that. Let me check what is the issue. The deny list, click yes. Oh, okay. No fixed IP and DNS is there. No? Policies, reservation, I've deleted it. Okay. In the list, you can see there the hot IP is getting 120. Okay, right click, go to the. Okay, that policy is not enabled, man. So I need to just enable the no policy. Sorry, I just forgot that to enable the policy, right? So I just enabled it, deny policy, and again I'll go and filter to the deny. It will come to deny list. Now, right now, it will not get the IP again. Go see here. This is the wait a minute. This is the old one. I will disable and enable. I'll enable it. Let's see, admin. Yes. Yeah, it will only identify, yeah, this one, DCP enabled, and IP will not assign it. It will take time identifying, but you can just wait for a few, seconds. You, yeah, finally identifying finished. When I go to check the status, then you can see here DHCP enable yes, but it's not getting the IP, right? So you can just block here. If you block the client, then it will not work here. You can just check that. It will not come, right? When you just diagnose it, again it will not work. Detecting problem. It will again reset the button and try to retrieve the IP. But since that client MAC is blocked in the DHCP server, so this DHCP server will not assign it the IP. So you can just block it. Again, identifying, but I'm sure DHCP server will not assign it IP. Verifying problem is resolved. Blah blah. Do you have problem detected? No, not fixed. Right? You can check that. Again, when we go and okay, see the status, again IP is not assigned. For that, again I'm going to DHCP. So in deny list, what I'll do, I'll just remove it, right? Delete from the deny list, right? Yeah, what you can do, we can just allow the policy, right? And you need to just allow the that Mac, then it will work. But when you allow, then all the leash pool leash, right, whatever the mm, IP is there in pool, so we have to just filter to the allow list, then it will work. So by default that is disabled. Either we can just delete it here. I can just delete it here, simple delete it, then it will get the IP. You can go check here and go to the client, and I'll check. It will, after deleting it, it will get the IP. Mm, I'll go disable. Let's see, admin. Disable. When I click enable, yeah. Now it will get the IP because I've just removed it from the deny list. I'll go to the setting. This one, yeah, got it to 20 IP. Right. This is the thing. So I've just explained you here the reservations, This is the reservation. This is the reservations policy, allow and deny everything. Yo, this is the all the configurations. So guys, if you like the video, please just subscribe, like, and again we'll play this.